Dear friends, welcome to this week's edition of the Inspired Parsha. This week we have the incredible privilege to read through Parshas Ve'era. Like every Parsha in the Torah, there's so many beautiful, rich Torah ideas, especially in the Hasidic world. But I just want to focus on one pasuk, one verse. In this week's Parsha, that begins the open miracles, the 10 plagues begin in this week's Parsha, where we see the open miracles, the open manifestations of God. And it's such a powerful Parsha. But I want to focus on this one pasuk. This is in Exodus chapter 6, verse 3, in Shemos Perek Vav, pasuk Gimel. It says, I appeared to Avram, to Yitzchak, and to Yaakov with the name Kel Shakai. But by my name, which is Yud Ke Vav Ke, the famous four-letter name of God, I was not known to them. So he appeared to the Avos and Imos, the patriarchs and the matriarchs, with the name Kel Shakai, which means like the Almighty One. But my name, the famous Yud Ke Vav Ke, the four-letter name of God, I was not known to them. It only was known to Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, our teacher. What's the difference between these two names? What's the difference between Kel Shakai and Yud Ke Vav Ke, the Almighty One, and Yud Ke Vav Ke? So the answer is very powerful. Rav Levi Yitzchak Berditch of the Kedushas Levi says that Kel Shakai is just a knowledge of God. Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah, the patriarchs and matriarchs, they knew God, they spoke to God, but they didn't experience God. There were no real open miracles during their time. But Moshe Rabbeinu, he experienced God because he lived in a time, he went through the time of absolute open miracles, the 10 plagues, the splitting of the sea, the man falling from heaven. These were open miracles, so he experienced God. So they only had Kel Shakai, the Almighty One, which was a knowledge of God, but he had the Yud Ke Vav Ke, he experienced God. So which of the two is greater? So I believe the answer you can see is right in the Torah itself. At the end of the Torah, it says, Lo kam navi k'Moshe, will never be a prophet as great as Moshe Rabbeinu, who spoke, who saw God face to face. As great as the patriarchs and matriarchs were, Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, was even greater. That's the difference between knowledge and experience. The patriarchs and matriarchs knew God, but they didn't experience God. To me, this idea sums up Judaism completely. Judaism is meant to be an experience. A person can study the laws of Torah, the laws of Shabbos, and know all the do's and don'ts. But Shabbos is meant to be an experience. It's called Oneg Shabbos, the bliss of Shabbos. It's meant to be an experience. All of the laws of Judaism are meant to be an experience. Lighting the Hanukkah candles, singing and dancing in Simchas Torah, these are powerful experiences. Even the difficult holidays, Tisha B'Av, Yom Kippur, there's an experience in them. Judaism is meant to be an experience. There's a famous pasuk, a famous verse in Tehillim, Tamu Uru'u Ki Tovas Hashem. Taste and see that God is good. Notice it has the word taste first. Taste is an experience. You first have to experience God really in order to know Him. Experience is much more powerful. Actually, Shlomo Carlebach named his first outreach center that name, Tastgig, which stood for taste and see that God is good. He wanted Judaism to be an experience for people. That's the way Judaism is supposed to be. That's why the name Yud Ke Vav Ke, the way that God opened himself up to Moshe Rabbeinu, to Moses, was an even higher level because it was an experience. Moshe Rabbeinu got to experience God in his life. I want to wish everyone a bracha. Take this message to heart. This is such an important message. Experience Judaism. Make it real. Don't just know. Don't just learn the laws and the do's and don'ts and just leave it at that. Experience it. Experience the wonder of learning Torah. Experience the power of tefillah, of prayer. Experience the beauty of Shabbos. Judaism is meant to be an experience. I wish everyone the bracha to experience Judaism. Wishing everyone here a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh. Thank you so much for listening.